Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon everyone. My name is ANDRI DIAN PRASETYO from University of Indonesia, Faculty of Administrative Science, and I'm studying Administration and Business Policy. Thank you for the great opportunity to share my study about analyze the effect of the Aconex System on a project administration process. The study belongs to the Paris Van Java International Seminar on 15 until 16 July 2020, which is held online via Zoom meeting. Let's jump across to the agenda. In this section, we have 6 subtitles, which is including introduction, theoretical framework, research method, result, hypothesis testing and discussion, and the last is conclusion and future recommendation. I explain to you introduction. According to the data compiled by Bank Indonesia in 2018, it is known that the performance category of the construction business sector continues to increase and significantly contributes to the overall economic performance, referring to the classification of gross domestic product or GDP. Based on GDP data in the last 7 years, 2011 until 2017, the construction business category has a relatively large share of Indonesia's GDP structure, which is 9.82% or ranks in 4th in the structure of the Indonesian economy. Many companies outsource activities that are not considered to be the core of their business. These activities also apply to construction companies who want to use tools such as construction software. In its activity, companies, including construction companies, are still facing difficulties in the function of their file administration activity. Therefore, the company used solution for documentation system called the Aconex System. Tamrilan project have a Aconex System for the administration process. So, this project is chosen by the researcher. This study aims to examine the Aconex System and investigate the factors that influence behavior in using the system from the administrative process. The Aconex System is a project management system that can assist in the administration of project documents. This was like Aconex System look like, have so many options to this, have a task, BIM, documents, mail, field, tender, workflow, directory, and can create report too. And we can see from this Aconex, we can choose one by one. The Aconex System is a project management system that can assist in the administration of project documents. In this system, we can see everything on this project on the soft copy, and there are so many options for this system to see the document from the project, mail, field, tenders of this project, workflow, directory of the name of the contractor or the developer, report, and can do setup too. And we can choose the project in here, and we have the project information in here. So many things to do in this Aconex. Let's jump across to the theoretical framework. The researcher choose UTAUT, or the Unified Theory of Acceptance and Use of Technology, for this study. The means is a technology acceptance model formulated by Venkatesh and others in user acceptance of information technology toward a unified view. UTAUT aims to explain user intention to use an information system and subsequent usage behavior, and the theory holds that there are four constructs. Number one is performance expectancy. Number two, event expectancy. Number three, social influence. And number four, facilitating conditions. This Aconex system can have acceptance of information technology of this model. And this is UTAUT look like. And the performance expectancy defined as an individual level of trust in the extent to which the use of the system will help users to be able to improve performance in their work. This belief can also arise because of the influence of the work environment. On the effort expectancy is the level of confidence associated with the use of system that will be able to reduce the effort, energy and time of individual in doing their work. By using a system, work can be done more quickly. This advantage will affect someone in completing each job. And number three, social influence. They are interpreted as the level where an individual considers that other people influence to convince himself that he must use a new system. An individual will dare to decide to use the system if he gets certainty that using the system to complete his work does not violate the subjective norms that apply in society. And number four, facilitating condition. This is the level of confidence of an individual in the availability of technical and organizational infrastructure to support the use of the system. Facilitating conditions are defined as the extent to which a person believes that factors such as availability of device, the knowledge, the guidance, and others in his social group are available to support of use a system. Thus, the above literature leads us to formulate the following research hypothesis. Number one, there is a positive effect on the performance expectancy to the behavior intention in using the Aconex system. And number two, there is a positive effect of effort expectancy and behavior intention on the use of the Aconex system. And number three, there is a positive effect of social influence and behavior as intention on the use of the Aconex system. And number four, there is a positive effect of facilitating condition and use of behavior on the Aconex system. And the last, number five, the behavior intention have positive effect to use behavior in the use of the Aconex system. Let's jump to a research method. In this study, the researcher used a design of the descriptive quantitative to test the research hypothesis and explain the relationship between the variables studied. The data in the study were divided into two, namely primary data and secondary data. Primary data were obtained from the online survey through the Google form on period April to June 2020. Data collected from the result of the questionnaire were then processed using the partial least square structural equation modeling, or PLSSEM method. And for the result in the study was the demographic of respondent have gender male, female. The male have 88.4% and the female have 11.6%. And the age of the respondent, the majority is 26 to 35 year, that have 56.4%. And the job description, majority is architect, engineer, and supervisor, that have to 28.1%, 25.4%, and 21%. Majority of the participants were male staff, totaling to the 267 respondents. The total, the male have 236 participants, while female have 31 participants. Because of the construction project was majority is male staff. The productive age 46 above is not many people use computer for their daily work. Among the participants have three, the most architect, engineer, and supervisor. In addition to testing the construct validity, researchers also conduct a construct reliability test measured using two criteria: composite reliability and crown batch alpha. A latent variable must have a crown batch alpha more than 0.7 or composite reliability of more than 0.7 to meet a reliability. We can see from the table 2 in here, we testing on the Smart PLS application that behavioral intention is more than 0.7 and the composite reliability is more than 0.72. So it can be seen that all constructs have composite reliability above 0.7, so that all construct can be declared reliable. When hypothesis testing is done by looking at the value of the t-value of each path coefficient, we employ the result of path coefficient bootstrapping with Smart PLS. Bootstrapping resampling technique to find out the significance value of the path coefficient. That hypothesis given is a type of one-tail test. So the expected t-value is more than 1.282 to be stated that the hypothesis is accepted. The table 3 summarizes the result of the structural evaluation model based on the value of the path coefficient and the t-value. We can see this on the t statistic. This is the t-value, and the expected t-value is more than 1.282. So when the positive effect between behavioral intention to use behavior is a more than 1.282. We can see the result of the Smart PLS application on here. The relationship between the hypothesis, can see on the result. From the t-value between performance expectancy to behavioral intention, it can be concluded that this hypothesis is accepted because the value of this connection is 2.127, which is above 1282. According to Aceobino, this result means that user performance expectation influence on the interest in system utilization. This relationship conditions show that the user trust in the Aconex system makes the user improve their performance. And number 2, from the t-value between effort expectancy and behavioral intention have 2.021, which is above 1.282. Previous research conducted by M. Kagerabe, a member, agree that process mobile banking is through accumulated usage. They too agree that performing banking transaction via smartphone does not take much time. This result means that the business expectations of the user influence the utilization interest. This condition shows that the ease of use of the Aconex system allow user to use the Aconex system easily. And the third, from the t-value between social influence to the behavior intention, it can be concluded that this hypothesis is accepted because it has a value of 3.451, which is again above 1.282. Previous research conducted by Garabe agree to that social influence interest in the environment. This condition shows that the social factor that exists in the work environment make user access a Aconex system. And the fourth is the facilitating condition, the connection to use behavior. From the t-value between facilitating condition and use behavior, it can be concluded that hypothesis is accepted too, because it has a value of 7.006, which is again to above 1.282. It had the highest impact of the independent variable. This result means that facilitating condition influence user behavior. According to Aceobino, facilitating condition had the second highest of his research. This condition indicate that the facilitating condition factor in the Aconex system and hardware system is capable of doing its works. And also, company give the best facility to the staff for using Aconex system. And the last, the relationship between behavioral intention and use behavior. Same, it can be concluded that this hypothesis is accepted because the value of 1.516, which is above 1.282. According to IGN Sedana, this finding is consistent with the basic concept of user acceptance model. The intention of use of technology has a positive influence on use behavior. This condition shows that intention and desire of the user to use the Aconex system is already at the level of comfort for its use. The user feels he has benefit as well as the benefit that have a positive effect on his work. Let's jump across conclusion and future recommendation. The results show that the study show that UTAUT is a model that can be used for a Aconex system. With PLSM method, and smart PLS application, respondents have high accepted result of performance expectancy, effort expectancy, social influence, facilitating condition, and behavioral intention. In this consistent project, facility used for running Aconex system is generously suitable according to the result. For the future recommendations of this research are: 1. The result of this study can be developed in further research with coverage for Aconex system user from the other project. Number 2, adding gender, age, experience, and voluntariness of use for subsequent research. And number 3, the result of this study can be developed in further research with other model or approach that are still relevant to this case. Thank you for the opportunity to explain my study for you all, everybody, and see you again